In the open grasslands of South America, where the earth hardens beneath sun and wind, survival begins not with speed nor strength, but with design. Here, on this cracked and weathered ground, a small bird walks with the purpose of an architect. The Rufous Hornero is not a bird of ornament, but of labor, patience, and precision. At first glance, the raw materials seem unremarkable: mud, roots, dry grasses, a branch exposed to the sky. Yet in the bill of this bird, common earth becomes structure. Each journey to the puddle, each carefully gathered clump of clay, each measured press against bark, is part of an ancient instinct refined over generations. This is no casual nest. It is a fortress of living soil, built piece by piece in the open, where every wall must endure weather, weight, and time. And as the morning light rises over the pasture, two birds work in quiet partnership, turning soft mud into one of nature's most remarkable homes. But a nest is more than a structure. It is a promise, and every promise in the wild is tested. As the sky darkens and the wind sweeps across the grasslands, the world beyond the branch grows hostile. Rain lashes the tree, thunder rolls over the plain, yet the clay walls hold. What seemed fragile in the making reveals its true purpose now, not simply to exist, but to protect. Inside, beyond the narrow side entrance and behind the thickness of sun-dried mud, lies a hidden chamber, dim, enclosed, and still. Here, the storm is reduced to a distant murmur. Here, warmth is preserved. Here, life waits. And then, at last, the first crack appears. From the silence of the chamber, a new generation emerges, small, blind, wet, and utterly helpless. In this dark, earthen room, built by instinct and defended by devotion, the future takes its first breath. No shelter in the wild remains unchallenged for long. With new life in the nest comes new danger. The scent of eggs, the movement of hatchlings, the hidden warmth within the clay chamber, these are signals to those who hunt by patience and stealth. Along the branch, silent and deliberate, a predator approaches. Now the nest becomes more than a nursery. It becomes a front line. At the entrance, one parent stands firm, placing body between danger and the vulnerable life concealed behind the wall of mud. There is no hesitation here, no calculation. Only instinct sharpened by necessity. To defend the nest is to defend everything.
Get away.
And
Go.
yet, even under threat, the demands of parenthood do not relent. Food must still be found. The grassland floor must still be searched. Again and again, the adults return with prey, feeding a chick that grows by the day, its body filling the chamber, its world still bounded by clay, shadow, and the light beyond the entrance. Soon, the nest can no longer contain what it was built to protect. The chick, once no more than a fragile shape among broken shell, now stands feathered at the threshold of another life. Outside lies a world far larger than the chamber that raised it. Branches, bark, wind, light, and below, the vast open ground of the grassland. Every step beyond the entrance is uncertain. Every movement is watched. This is the moment when safety gives way to learning. The young Hornero must now begin to understand the language of the earth, how to walk it, how to listen to it, how to find food within it. But the open world brings with it a different kind of danger. On the ground, there is exposure. In the sky, there is shadow. And when that shadow falls, the lesson becomes immediate. To survive is not only to move, but sometimes to freeze. Not only to follow, but to trust the warning of those who came before. In the wild, knowledge is not taught in comfort. It is learned under threat. In time, dependence softens into confidence. The young bird now searches the ground with greater certainty, pausing, listening, striking for prey with growing success. It is not yet fully alone, but it is no longer the helpless creature that once lay hidden in darkness. The lessons of branch, nest, and pasture have begun to take root. And above it all, the old nest remains. What began as wet clay on rough bark has become something more enduring, a shelter, a cradle, a battleground, and a monument to instinct. Upon its roof, as the light fades and the grasslands turn to amber and shadow, the adult pair return once more. Their duet carries across the open land a declaration of territory, of survival, of partnership. It is the sound of continuity, of one generation nearly grown and another cycle waiting somewhere ahead. As day yields to evening and the tree falls dark against the sky, the mud fortress stands on quiet now, but full of memory. In the life of the Rufous Hornero, architecture is never separate from survival. It is survival, shaped by earth, weather, and devotion.